Does hair transplant really work? Does hair transplant really last? Does hair transplant really work? And my answer is yes. If you're coming across this video for the first time, my name is Dr. Ichefu. I'm a hair transplant surgeon and hair loss coach. I've helped thousands of people regain confidence through hair regrowth and hair transplant. Now, I get so many questions on hair transplant. And one of the most common questions I get is, does hair transplant really work and does hair transplant really last? Those two questions in one. So I'm going to address those two questions and I'm going to tell you the reason why hair transplants work and they last. 5 simple reasons. Now, I had someone come into my clinic after I had evaluation. I told him, you just need a hair transplant. This is more advanced. You need to get a hair transplant. And he's like, I've seen so many pictures and videos of hair transplant, and he's concerned that it's not going to work for him. I'm like, take a chill pill. You're here at Havila Hair Restoration. We do beautiful hair transplants, and we've seen, people's confidence, people regain confidence after hair transplants. So I had to break it down for him why I know that hair transplant lasts and it will work for him. And if you are the one, you're dealing with hair loss and you've been thinking about hair transplant, or you don't even know if you're a candidate, it's time for you to make the appointment at Havila Hair Restoration. We offer free virtual appointments. Do you hear what I said? Free virtual appointment. Make an appointment. Someone from my team will get in touch with you and talk to you, and we formulate a good treatment action plan for you. So I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why hair transplants work and they last. So number 1, are you on the appropriate medical treatment? I'm always saying it. You don't expect something to work if you don't do your own part. So the hair transplant surgeon is going to do his own part. As long as you go to a licensed clinic, they are going to do their own part. But are you going to do your own part? Which is what? Taking your medication. Even if you do hair transplant, remember that you still have other native hair. And you don't want to lose the other hair you have. The hair transplant hair for sure is going to grow if it's done properly. But the other one, you're still going to keep having hair loss if you don't stop the hair loss by being consistent with taking your medication. So that's why if you do what you're supposed to do, promise you, it's going to work and it's going to last for you. Number 2, are you going to the right place? It's very important for you to go to the right place, especially if you have afro curly or textured hair. You have no business going to a place that is not specialized. They can tell you, yes, we do it, but do they really do it? That's the question. So you have to go to ishrs.org and look for the physician and the clinic. You have to go to the clinic's website and make sure that there's a physician representing that clinic. I can guarantee you your hair transplant will last and it will work. Number 3, are you going to a licensed physician that know what they're doing? So experience matters, expertise matters. That's why at Havila Hair Restoration, we pride in doing good hair transplants, taking care of our clients. We specialize in all textures of hair. I mean, you will never be turned back at Havila Hair Restoration because that's what we do all day. Now, number 4, are you someone that is very anxious about things? Like, if you deal with anxiety, a little bit of anxiety, I think this part is going to be a little bit hard for you. I mean, hair transplant takes a long time. Like, you need patience when it comes to hair transplant. So if you're dealing with anxiety, maybe you might need to skip this part because the next point is that if you have to be patient and avoid reading things online that's going to trigger you. Avoid that because you need patience. Patience. Like, you're going to have phases, moods, and all that. I've talked about it in my previous videos, the moods, the phases you go through after a hair transplant. Now, number 5, nothing ever is going to work if you are not well informed. What do I mean? You have to read your before and after instruction, aftercare instruction, which is your post-operative instructions. Nothing is going to work if you're ignorant about what is going to happen before and after, okay? How you need to wash your hair, how you need to style your hair, what you need to avoid in the first 24 hours, in the first 1 week, in the first 2 weeks, what is going to happen. Talked about shock loss. So that's why it's important to read that. I don't want you to just go blindly, have the hair transplant and call the clinics every second, like, thinking something is wrong. I need you to read those instructions, ask those questions before the actual hair transplant, because then you are more settled Okay, but I tend to see that people are so excited that they don't get to read it and they feel they've had all the instructions. They are all thinking about the results of the hair transplant. They're not thinking about the process. So it's important for you to factor in the process of hair transplant, which includes your before and after care instructions. Okay, so if you do all this, take your medication, go to a licensed clinic, make sure your hair transplant surgeon is licensed, and also make sure your hair transplant surgeon is well versed in kind of texture of hair you have. And make sure you're well aware about your instructions before and after. And patience with all these things. If you do all these things, I promise you, your hair transplant is going to work for you. That means it's going to grow and it's going to last. So if you're the person that's planning to go for a hair transplant, or you just had a hair transplant right now as we're talking, I need you to watch this video to the end. Comment down below if you have any other topic you want me to talk about, or any other questions you have in mind for me to talk about. Or if you've not had a hair transplant and you're thinking about getting a hair transplant, make that appointment and someone from my team will get in touch with you. Till next time, bye-bye.